So hello everyone, really good to see you here. Welcome to tonight's masterclass about healing an underactive thyroid and Hashimoto with the help of Ayurveda, always combined with Western science. So before we are going to start the session, I think every one of us already worked today, did a lot of things. So I invite you to get present. So switch put your mobile phone on flight mode. So everything that you don't need right now, please put it on the side. And then I invite you to stand up. So everyone can see me. Perfect. So just stand up, then take a deep inhalation through the nose and sigh out. And we do this a couple of times. So everyone is muted. So just sigh out as loud as you can. Deep inhalation and release. And 2 more times. Inhale and release. Then just take a seat. So place your feet on the ground. Your spine is nice and tall. Lift your sternum. Press your shoulder blades together. Your belly button, you can draw it in. And then just close your eyes for a moment. You inhale and exhale through the nose. Then start inhaling on a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 8. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then just leave your eyes closed for a moment. And just get present in the here and now. So welcome everyone. You can open your eyes. Welcome to the session. So before we begin, I want to ask you to drop your chat, to drop your location in the chat. I would love to know where you are located. Let me know in the chat, where are you located? Barcelona, 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 East Sussex, okay, Barcelona. Okay, because we also had some people from Germany who signed up, also from Scandinavia. Okay, but we have Spain present, mainly present. So welcome to the session. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Carina. I'm based in Barcelona. I'm originally from Germany. So a little bit about my background. I studied naturopathy in Germany. I'm a state-approved naturopath. And then afterwards, I studied Chinese medicine and then Ayurvedic medicine. I also lived in India. In India, I did many trainings in meditation. I trained as a yoga teacher. And of course, I also deepened my knowledge in Ayurveda. So I'm specialized as a gut and hormone coach. So rooted in both, in Western medicine, and I combine it with Eastern medicine. So I help women like you, who feel maybe inflamed, exhausted, disconnected from their bodies, to find really sustainable healing through nervous system regulation, personalized nutrition, and somatic tools that address both the physical and emotional roots of illness. So if you felt like your body is betraying you, if you are tired of hearing your labs look very normal, while feeling anything but, I want you to know that your body isn't broken. It's just speaking to you, and you need to understand reading or understanding that language. So I invite you to stay until the end. You have the opportunity to win a free session with me. I also will share my programs at the very end. So if you have any questions about it, you can ask them. And for those of you who share their biggest takeaway from today's session on Instagram and they tag me, you can win a free session with me. Okay, then let's get started. So let me know in the chat if this sounds familiar. Do you wake up exhausted no matter how many hours you sleep? Or you are gaining weight or you can't lose it, even though you are eating healthy and you are not eating too much. Maybe you feel bloated or puffy, especially in the morning. Maybe you wake up with a puffy face. You feel anxious or disconnected. Maybe your period is irregular or very painful or suddenly heavier than it was before. You might also look in the mirror and you might see that your face is maybe puffy, swollen, and you might not really recognize what you are seeing. So let me know in the chat if any of these symptoms resonate with you. So I hear these words, these symptoms, these complaints from women on a regular basis. Very often they have been dismissed by doctors, told to just relax, or handed pills that barely scratch the surface. So this is a part where most women start to feel, gaslit by the system. But you're not crazy, and you're definitely not alone in this. So just drop one word in the chat that describes how your body feels right now. Maybe heavy, maybe disconnected, maybe frustrated, maybe tired, maybe exhausted. Just let me know in the chat. One word that describes how your body feels today. Hair and eyebrows are thinning. Yes, foggy, forgetful, emotionally overwhelmed. Sorry, that's not one word. That's fine. Flat. Yes. Okay, what else? We will dive deeper into that. So I will explain you a couple of things. Tired most days, despite hours of sleep. That's a very typical sign when your thyroid is underactive. Okay. So there's one concept that I really want you to understand that is very important in order that you also know how healing works when you holistically heal your thyroid. And this also helps you to understand, maybe you are already on thyroid medication, maybe you already got prescribed thyroxine, and you might have had some improvements, but you are not healed. You still suffer from from certain symptoms, and the following will explain you why. So this is the hormone hierarchy. So your hormones don't work in isolation. So they communicate really like a team. So, and two of the biggest influencers are your gut and your stress levels. So when those two are off, And with most of the women that have problems with their thyroid, they have problems with stress regulation. Yeah, their nervous system is in a constant fight or flight mode, or even in a freeze mode. And they have problems with their gut. So when those two are off, everything else starts to unravel. So let's look at the key layers. I will explain you shortly how the hormone hierarchy works. And for those of you who want to dive a little bit deeper into the gut hormone connection, I have a wonderful masterclass on YouTube where you have a deep dive in. So you can see at the very bottom, yeah, you can see blood sugar, yeah, insulin regulation. So think of blood sugar as your body's energy rhythm. So if it's stable, everything else flows better. Your mood, your periods, your cravings. So, but if you're skipping meals, if you're stressed out, if you're eating too many processed carbs, your blood sugar spikes and crashes. What is the result? Like, what are some of the clear signs that your blood sugar is imbalanced? You suffer from cravings. Yeah, you have energy crashes. Yeah, you have fatigue kicking in very often in the afternoon. Or you wake up already feeling tired and exhausted. Yeah, you might suffer from PMS, from stubborn weight, and also from hormonal chaos. So this is the first layer, insulin regulation. So I just explained it in a nutshell. But as I said, on my YouTube channel, you find two wonderful masterclasses, one about Heal Your Gut and one about the hormone gut connection, for those of you who want to dive deeper into that. And you need to imagine the hormone hierarchy like you build a house. You want to have a very strong foundation. If your foundation is already shaky, the rest, yeah, like when you put the roof, it's not stable. You will have maybe leaks. Yeah, you will have problems, and it's the same with your endocrine system. Yeah, so you need to have a very strong foundation. So insulin regulation. Then you see adrenals. Yeah. So the adrenals are your stress regulator. So cortisol helps you survive stress. But when it's always elevated, yeah, it starts breaking down your gut. It raises blood sugar and it steals nutrients from your body. And this is something that I see very often, women having a super healthy diet, also taking supplements. Still, they are deficient in iron or in ferritin or in vitamin B12. And the result very often from when you have dysregulated adrenals, they are bloating, yeah, gut issues, waking up tired but wired at night, yeah, and also hormone resistance. So this is why I always work with my clients. We start with regulating, yeah, your nervous system on a daily basis. With different tools, depending on what the root causes are and where you also feel the stress in your body. But this is crucial. Yeah, so we need to stabilize your insulin. We need to stabilize your cortisol levels. Then we have the thyroid, and this is why you are here tonight, because you have problems with your thyroid. Either you suffer from an underactive thyroid or you even have Hashimoto's. So the thyroid controls your energy, your digestion, your temperature, and your focus. So it can't function if your gut isn't absorbing the right nutrients. Yeah, for example, zinc, iodine, selenium. Yeah, and stress blocks the activation of your thyroid hormones. So some of the results that you might have because your thyroid is underactive is constipation, yeah, cold hands, yeah, cold feet, brain fog, and even if you're eating healthy. So you need to heal your gut and you need to reduce stress, yes, to get your thyroid working again. And this is how I work with my clients. We first work on regulating insulin levels and on regulating the stress hormones. And if we do that, you will already have an improvement in your thyroid hormones. This is also when you take thyroid medication, you might have an improvement. However, if you haven't treated the root cause, yeah, dysregulated insulin levels, dysregulated stress levels, you won't experience healing and you won't get rid of the symptoms, yeah, like fatigue or constipation. So then at the tip of the hormone hierarchy, at the top, you see the sex hormones, yeah, estrogen, progesterone, and also in small parts, testosterone. So estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone are impacted by everything that happens lower on the hormone hierarchy. So if your gut, for example, is not clearing out excess estrogen, then you could, for example, suffer from PMS, heavy periods, mood swings. And you can also imagine estrogen and progesterone, they are like yin and yang. They need to have this, the right ratio in the body. So very often my clients say, oh, I tested my progesterone and my estrogen, and my labs are very normal. However, when we look in holistic blood work on your levels, the progesterone and your estrogen, they might be in Western science in the range. Yeah. But what the doctors are not doing is they don't put them in relation. And they need to have a certain ratio in order to evaluate if your progesterone and estrogen levels are balanced or not. Yeah, so if you, for example, I see this very often, estrogen dominance and low progesterone levels. Yeah, then you might have the sleeping problems, the night sweats, yeah, the severe mood swings before your period. And if we have someone here, do we have someone here who is already in menopause or transitioning into menopause? Then please just raise your hand. Okay. So what is crucial to know, the years, the decade before you hit menopause tells me already something about how you will transition and experience menopause. Yeah, so for example, a woman who was progesterone deficient, before she hit menopause, she will have much more problems with insomnia and night sweats and mood swings. Yeah, so for every one of you who is still younger and is maybe in perimenopause or maybe approaching menopause, it's so now is the time that you also can take care, yeah, of your endocrine system in order that you later that you have a smooth transition, yeah, into your menopausal years. Yeah, and this very often, and we see this all the time, that chronic stress is really stealing the progesterone. Yeah, anxiety, poor sleep, irregular cycles, yeah, are the result of it. So what I do with my clients, we support the estrogen detox, yeah, through gut healing, yeah, fiber, veggies, fermented foods, and reduce stress to bring progesterone and estrogen back into balance. So when we want to sum it up, yeah, if your hormones feel off, then you need to start at the foundation. So stabilize your blood sugar, support your gut, regulate your nervous system. That's the real work I do with clients. Yeah, creating sustainable, personalized strategies to rebuild the energy, emotional stability, and hormone flow from the inside out. So I think there was just someone just joining us. Welcome to the session. So it would be good, like I will publish this masterclass tomorrow on YouTube. And so just watch the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes so that you understand the hormone hierarchy. That's super important to know if you want to heal your thyroid. So what's the thyroid and why is it so vital, yeah, for women? So our thyroid, yeah, controls the metabolism, yeah, energy, mood, digestion. So you may not realize it, but your thyroid plays really a role in all of that. So from your brain fog to your period pain, from your sluggish metabolism to your low motivation to your low libido. Yeah, when your thyroid is off, your entire system starts, yeah, in the beginning it starts to whisper and then it starts to scream. Yeah, so your thyroid is like, we can say like a thermostat of your body. It regulates, yeah, your energy, your temperature, your brain function, your digestion, your mood, yeah, your menstrual cycle. And women are 10 times more likely to develop thyroid disorders. And when we will explore the, yeah, psychosomatic reasons behind thyroid disorders, it will become more obvious why we are much more affected by it than men. So especially women, yeah, who have major hormonal transitions. Yeah, so for example, puberty, after pregnancy, a woman is at high risk, yeah, to develop hypothyroidism, and also in perimenopause. And that's why just treating it with a pill, it really isn't enough. Yeah, and you want, or you deserve answers. Yeah, and more importantly, you also deserve a holistic plan. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat or raise your hand. So what's the difference between hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's? So 90% of low thyroid cases are actually Hashimoto's. And Hashimoto is an autoimmune disease. This means your own immune system starts attacking you. And that means your immune system is chronically attacking your thyroid tissue. Yeah, and over time, your thyroid can't keep up. And with time, it destroys the thyroid tissue. Yeah, so if your root issue is autoimmune and inflammatory, no amount of synthetic hormones will restore balance unless you support your gut, your immune system, you lower your inflammation levels, and you also take care of your emotional body. Yeah, so please let me know in the chat who is suffering from hypothyroidism. Yeah, you can type in 1. Please let me know if you are not sure or you have never been tested for Hashimoto's. 2. And then 3 is you have never been tested positive for hypothyroidism, neither for Hashimoto. Still, you show symptoms of an underactive thyroid. Let me know. I'm curious. 2 Hashimoto's, okay. Who has symptoms of an underactive thyroid but has never been tested positive? Please, you can post a 3. Hypothyroidism, okay. Underactive thyroid, okay. Taking Euretox daily. Okay. So if your thyroid issue is autoimmune, and most are, then your body isn't failing you, it's protecting you. This might sound super strange, but it's really like your body is slowing down, because when the thyroid is underactive, everything slows down. Your digestion slows down, you produce less energy, you produce less warmth in your body. Yeah, this is why you often have the cold hands and the cold feet. And the thyroid is doing it in order to protect your body. Yeah. So when we want to heal the thyroid holistically, it needs a lot of compassion, clarity, and also connection. Yeah, so we really need to uncover what's happening here beneath your lab results. Yeah, and we really need to rebuild from the inside out. So now let's dive into Ayurveda. Let me know in the chat who has some knowledge in Ayurveda. Please post a yes. And who has no knowledge at all about Ayurveda. You don't need to have any knowledge for this session. I just would like to know. Yes, a little bit. Yes, small, a bit. Who else? Basics. Okay, good. So as I said, you don't need to have any knowledge. And I also have a wonderful masterclass on my YouTube about how to thrive for Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Now, if you want to learn more about your Ayurvedic constitution type. So Ayurvedic medicine is a very old medicine system from India. Chinese medicine developed from Ayurveda. So Ayurveda was there first. And in Ayurveda, we have 3 main body-mind types. Yeah, they are also called doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And just look at the physical appearance and just see what resonates with you. So Vata is made from the elements of air and space, and it governs movement, creativity, and communication. When Vata is balanced, Vata types are inspired, they are intuitive, they are energetic and expressive. When they are out of balance, they may feel anxious, they are scattered, easily overwhelmed, then they suffer from dry skin, from constipation, and from insomnia. Then we have Pitta. Pitta is ruled by fire and water, very passionate people. Pitta governs digestion, metabolism, and transformation. So in a healthy state, Pittas are focused, they are driven, they are courageous, they are sharp-minded. When imbalanced, they may become easily irritable, critical of themselves, critical about others. Then they can become impatient, prone to inflammation, and also to skin rashes and burnout. And then we have Kapha. Kapha is made of earth and water. It provides structure, it provides stability, it provides calm. So a balanced Kapha types, they feel grounded, they feel nurtured, they feel loyal, they feel strong. When they are out of balance, they may feel sluggish, resistant to change, emotionally heavy, and they struggle with weight gain and sluggish digestion and congestions. So when we look at hypothyroidism, I said hypothyroidism, everything slows down. So for sure, there is a kapha imbalance. The root cause is very often found in a vata imbalance. Very often long periods of stress. And stress doesn't necessarily mean that you have a very stressful job or that you run around from the morning until the evening. It can be emotional stress. Stress because of traumas, stress because of a difficult relationship, emotional stress because of a difficult work environment, or it can be really the stress that you are just on go-go mode from the morning until the evening. So in Ayurveda, we want to understand what's your current body-mind, dosha imbalance. And when we know that, then we can give personalized lifestyle, food, and emotional care support to create more harmony, resilience, and self-awareness. So, the huge difference between Western science and Ayurvedic medicine is, so let's say 3 women go to the doctor, all 3 of them have an underactive thyroid. The doctor might prescribe all of them the same medication. Maybe one person will just take 25 milligram, the other one maybe 50, the other one maybe 75, depending on how underactive the thyroid is. In Ayurveda, we treat that very differently. In Ayurveda, we want to know what's your current imbalance? What's the root cause of your imbalance? And the treatment for the three women might look completely different because the root cause can be completely different. So when we look at hypothyroid, we always take into consideration, where do you live? What's the climate? What's your situation? Do you live alone? Do you have a family? Do you have kids? Did you have pregnancies? How old are you? Then also, what's your history, your medical history? Yeah. So I always want to know everything. Did you have chronic bladder infections? Did you have anorexia? Did you have any other eating disorders? Or did you have irregular painful periods, yeah, during the last 10 years? All of this is taken into consideration. Hypothyroidism is a Vata-Kapha imbalance, and it's driven by Vata imbalance. So you might feel heavy, stagnated, you might suffer from weight gain, from fatigue, and you might feel very easily overwhelmed, yeah, and anxious. When you have Hashimoto's has, and that's not really correct what I wrote on the slide, sorry for that, but when we have Hashimoto's, there's high inflammation in your system. Your own body is attacking your thyroid. And so you have more dryness, more anxiety, more overwhelm, more scattered mind. Yeah, it's a little bit worse, the whole thing, and you have more high inflammation levels. So the pitta element comes in here as well. Yeah, so it's Vata-Kapha imbalance, but also combined with a pitta imbalance. What both hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's have in common is a weakened Agni, yeah, a weakened digestive fire, and a blocked throat chakra. So at the very end, I will share with you a free course that I have. For 7 days, you will get one tip into your inbox that will help you to improve your digestion and metabolism. So very foundational tips from Ayurveda for a healthy digestive system. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. Let me know. So the huge difference is we don't just look at symptoms, we look at patterns of imbalance. Now, so do you tend to feel cold, heavy, and slow? Or do you feel more dry, anxious, and wired but tired? And there is one concept in Ayurveda that is very important to understand, and especially women who have an underactive thyroid, I see it all the time. They feel cold. Metabolism has slowed down, their digestion is slow, they might suffer from constipation, and they feel in general like heavy, not so energetic. And then, when everything slows down, there is not enough fire in the constitution. So very often they eat raw salads, they drink smoothies, juices, they skip meals. They don't eat meals that kind of help to heat up the digestive fire. And so in Ayurveda, we have as a baseline, like increases like, opposites balance. So if a person feels cold and she eats food, either raw or smoothies or juices, but it can also be every single food has an energetic effect on your body. So if a person eats a lot of foods that have a cooling effect on the metabolism, symptoms can get worse. Yeah, so but opposites balance. If you feel cold, you need to support your body with more warm and cooked meals. Now, if a person feels, for example, heavy, then I choose foods that are energetically light. So I eat more light foods, the heaviness can reduce. Does this make sense? So drop in the chat. Do you see, you have for sure both when you have an underactive thyroid, but do you see more a kapha dominance, like heaviness, sluggish digestion. This means it takes a long time to digest a meal, sadness, isolating yourself, water retention, procrastination. So these are clear signs for a kapha imbalance. Or do you have more a predominant vata imbalance, like nervousness, constipation, dryness, overwhelm, anxiety? What's your predominant dosha imbalance? Vata, Vata, Vata. Anyone here with Kapha? Who sees more Kapha? Okay. What else? Just drop it in the chat. Let me know. Yeah, so knowing this helps you then also, and it helps me with my clients, yeah, to pick the right foods, the right herbals, yeah, the right rituals, the right nervous system regulation techniques, yeah, also the right habits. Because not every person needs 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, so some people need some more sleep, some people need some less sleep. So we also look at Agni, yeah, your digestive fire, which when weak can create toxins that accumulate and further block the thyroid function. And when we accumulate toxins, this is our liver, and the liver is ruled by Pitta. That is then has a toxin overload and then can lead to higher inflammation levels. Yeah, so I help my clients identify their unique constitution, their unique body-mind type, and then heal with the right foods, warming rituals, breath work, nervous system regulation techniques, herbals. Yeah. So your thyroid doesn't exist in isolation. Yeah, it's really part of a larger, delicate web. So for example, if your gut is inflamed, you are not absorbing key thyroid nutrients like selenium, iodine, or B vitamins. Yeah, if your liver is sluggish, you won't convert T4, yeah, a thyroid hormone, to active T3, another thyroid hormone. Yeah, your body needs active T3 in order to use it. Then your adrenals, yeah, when your adrenals are burned out, your body diverts energy away from hormone production. So for those of you who might, for example, have problems with your menstrual cycle, problems to get pregnant, problems with in your menopause, your body will always prioritize survival. And when you are in a survival mode, what happens is it shuts down the sex hormones and the thyroid regulation. Because first, your body needs to survive. And many women that I work with are in a constant fight and flight or even freeze mode. So your gut, your liver, your adrenals, all of them influence your thyroid health. Yeah, this is why true healing takes a whole body approach, not just another supplement or a prescription. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, or I want to go deeper with you for a moment. So the thyroid, just a moment, another person joining. So your thyroid sits here. And some of you who might practice yoga or might be more into holistic medicine, this is your throat chakra. So this is where you might have been swallowing your truth to keep others comfortable. So women, as I said, are 10 times more likely to develop an underactive thyroid than men. For women, it's much more difficult to create healthy boundaries, to express their needs, to express their truth. And they often engage much more into people pleasing than men do. Who agrees? Unfortunately, it's like this. So for example, in my online program, we also have a wonderful masterclass about setting healthy boundaries and expressing your needs. When you want to heal your thyroid, it's crucial that you work on setting boundaries and expressing your needs, because there's always an emotional story behind thyroid imbalances, especially in Hashimoto's. So the throat is the seat of truth, of boundaries and expression. And many of the women I work with have spent years, decades, suppressing what they really think or need. Whom of you knows that sometimes it's a bit difficult to swallow, or that you really notice when you swallow? Who knows that feeling? Yeah, maybe you have been the good girl, the caretaker, the overgiver. Yeah, maybe you have swallowed resentment or ignored your intuition to keep the peace. Because very often it's because to keep the peace. Feel a lot of energy in the throat usually. Yes. It's kind of very dominant, right? Very present. Yeah, so that kind of self-silencing creates chronic inner tension, which your immune system feels. And this is why it's so crucial, yeah, that when I work with clients, to guide them through somatic tools, journaling, breath work, voice activation, yeah, to gently release that stuck energy and create safety and around expression again. Do you have any other questions about that? And does it resonate with you? The perfectionism, the people-pleasing, burnout, yeah, fear of expressing your needs, your voice, not being able to really say what you really feel. Does this resonate with you? So what we really want to focus on is building a foundation that lasts. Yeah, so true healing of the thyroid looks like you don't need more rules. We have a lot of rules in our life. We grew up with a lot of rules and restrictions. You need rhythm, yeah, so that your body has become diseased is because you are out of rhythm. So you need to get back into a rhythm. So in my approach, we are focused really on rebuilding your digestion and your gut lining. So if you eat already healthy, that's already amazing. But then we want to make sure that your body can absorb all the nutrients so that it has all the necessary building blocks that are needed to build your hormones, to get rid of excess estrogen, whatever is necessary. Yeah, then we also support the liver detox pathways, especially if you suffer from Hashimoto's. Then we need to help the liver, to metabolize excess estrogen, to get rid of the toxins that have accumulated there. The liver can also be very congested and very taxed because you are suppressing your emotions. So when we look at the liver from a holistic point of view, it's providing you with a free flow of emotions, feeling your emotions, expressing your emotions. And the liver, when it comes to, like when the liver is imbalanced, then we are quick to anger, we might feel very easily irritable, we might have severe mood swings. we might be more controlling, controlling ourselves and controlling with others. And very often the liver, we say in holistic medicine, the liver makes the plan of your life. And the gallbladder gives you the courage to act on it, to make it happen, to make it a reality. Yeah, so very often then when I work with my clients, a lot of suppressed emotions or anger comes out, then they get the tools to release all of that. And just by this emotional release, so much healing can happen, so much healing. Then also calming the nervous system. Yeah, so your nervous system needs a repair. Yeah, and there I use different tools. Yeah, somatic tools, breath work, also some from yoga, some sequences. And then usually what I do with my clients for 40 days, they do every single day, depending on how much time they have, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's more important to do it on a daily basis. They will practice this somatic nervous system regulating sequence or practices every single day for 40 days. Because you need rhythm and so much can happen there. Then we also, of course, want to restore hormone balance. Yeah, we want to have emotional clearing through somatic, and subconscious tools. And of course, you need deep rest. Yeah, you want to create more pleasure in your life and also the connection to self-worth. So what I see very often with clients that have an underactive thyroid, that have thyroid issue, they are often self-worth issues. Yeah, seeing your own worth, getting that in life, that what you really, really want. And that's then wonderful to see, because once your thyroid regulates, you go after the things that you want. Once your liver is detoxed, you can set boundaries, you can more easily express your needs. And that's wonderful to see that transformation. So you don't need more restrictions, but you need to feel safe again, in your body, in your emotions, and in your daily life. So healing is not about doing more, very important, because I think every one of us is doing a lot. It's about doing what actually works for you. Yeah, so intentional doing and very targeted doing, and that you are guided. So now I'm sharing with you some of the things that you can do, that you can start doing, can start already today. And I want you to pick one thing. So what's one thing you could start tomorrow or today to support your healing? So maybe swap your cold smoothie for a warm breakfast, or you start dry brushing before you take a shower, or you breathe deeply for 2 minutes before you go to bed. Yeah, or you do a breathing exercise, or you journal, or you just speak out what's just coming out of your mouth. That's super healing. Yeah. So, and without any limitations. Yeah, you just go into a room, you close the door, and you just let everything out. So what's one ritual you are committing to this week? Let me know in the chat. You pick just one single. Maybe warm grounding meals, breathing deeply for 2 minutes before going to bed, reducing raw and cold foods. What's one thing that you want to focus on this week? Okay, when you journal, journaling is great. However, you just to get it out on paper is amazing. What is even more important is to feel your emotions. I always say the feeling is the healing. Everything that you can feel can heal. Everything that you rationalize or you analyze with your mind is not feeling. Yeah. So we really want to feel your emotions. And this happens with nervous system regulating tools. Then women start to feel their emotions. Because what usually should happen in a healthy female body is like anger comes up, you feel the anger, it passes. Sadness comes up, you feel the sadness, it passes. However, what happens is you feel the anger and you feel angry for hours, for days, for weeks. And it's just stuck in you. And then it's messing around with you. And this is something that we don't want to have. You want to be able to feel your emotions so that healing can take place. Amazing. Warming meals, breathing exercises, deep breath, journaling. Amazing. And these are small shifts, but they are acts of realignment. So they tell your body, I am listening, I am here, I want to do something for you. Then I invite you just to close your eyes for a moment. And you take a deep breath with me through the nose and just close your eyes. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Exhale as long as possible to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Breathe in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. Yes, and then maybe the fatigue kicks in. So if your body could speak right now, what would your body say? What do you need in order to feel better? What is one thing that comes to mind when I ask you that question? What do you need? More energy, more focus. More focus is a natural consequence of more energy. More joy, yes. And joy has a lot to do with the liver. When the liver chi, when the liver energy is flowing, you feel passion, you feel joy in your life. So I want you to raise your hand. Have you already tried to piece it all together alone? Maybe buying a supplement here, going for an acupuncture session there, buying another supplement like maybe a vitamin or some minerals somewhere. Have you already tried that? Just raise your hand. And raise your hand if you're tired of trying to piece it all together alone. So I give away 2 free calls with me. Yeah, 30 minutes where we explore your gut and hormone health, and where I will give you at the end of the call already the first action steps that you can take and that are necessary to experience a change. So I give away 2 codes. You need to scan this code, and then you can book a free call where we figure out what are or what is one of the root causes of your imbalance, and what are the first action steps that you need to take in order to feel better in your body. First 2 people can book a call. Then I also invite you to take my free video digestive boost course. This helps you to get a foundation, like to gain the foundational wisdom of what you need to do in order to improve your digestion and your metabolism. You can scan the code and you can sign up to it. If you don't, like, you immediately receive the first email. If you don't receive it in your inbox, then check your spam folder, please. More self-care. I need to drop. Chris, was nice having you here. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye. So I offer 2 different programs for people who want to dive deeper into holistic healing. One is a group program that is called Thrive from Within, where we work step by step, to rebuild your energy, regulate your hormones, restore your gut, and bring your nervous system back to a place of peace. It's done in a group context with a couple of one-on-one sessions with me. You also have access to the online course hub with I walk you through 10 different habits where you will figure out how it influences your unique Ayurvedic body-mind type and how to implement. You also learn a lot about how to make habits work, how to automate habits. And we have weekly group coaching calls. We have an amazing community. Or I also offer you, if you want to have something very to create a very tailored plan for you, I also offer one-on-one VIP coaching that lasts 3 months. Then you also have always direct access to me in the group program. You also have one-on-one sessions with me, but in the VIP program, it's really like you have 5 days a week. You have one-on-one access with me. We meet on a very regular basis. Everything is personalized. You always have support on the go. So I share in the chat my handles with you. Just a moment, everyone in a minute. So you can check Instagram, you can check YouTube. On YouTube, you find many, many free masterclasses. You can have a look at my homepage, and on my homepage, you also get access to my podcast. So now we have some time for Q&A. So please feel free to unmute yourself and to ask me some questions. You're most welcome, Jenny. And please share your biggest takeaway before you go. What's your biggest takeaway? What's your biggest takeaway? Every one of you, let me know your biggest takeaway of today's session. If you have questions, you can drop them in the chat, or you can simply unmute yourself and ask me your questions. I will also now stop the recording so that we are in a more intimate space, so that you can ask your questions. And for everyone who watches the recording, thank you so much for watching it until the end. Please reach out if you have any questions. And in the show notes of the video, you find the links to my Instagram, homepage, and also YouTube channel. Thank you so much.
I just have one general question.